Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go. Do you notice anything different? We finally have a sofa in our recording room. This is actually the sofa from downstairs. The sofa downstairs was meant to take 8 weeks to come. Instead it took like 16 weeks to come. So we brought the sofa from here downstairs and I've been sitting on that, but now we finally are able to bring it upstairs, and we've talked about this for ages. Now it looks a little bit more complete. Obviously, Beavis is loving having a sofa up here. Aren't you, little one? She looks so cute. We've got some cool cushions on there. These are cushions here and here that Ali got me for my birthday. Got a Pokeball one, and also the huge Pikachu now has a place to sit. So I've also added some of the swag that I've got from some of my pack openings. That's the Sum Sum. I think that's what you guys said it's called, the Sum Sum. Kind of makes that noise when you slap it. There's a few up here as well. There's a Pikachu Snorlax. And yeah, basically these shelves are getting pretty filled with awesome things and lots of Pokemon. There's some that we bought at Gamescom as well and forgot to put on these shelves, so I'm gonna put them up now, but I wanted to show you them all quickly. So here is the extra Gamescom swag. We got a shiny Espeon. We got this super cute, like, flat sleeping Raichu. Like, it feels all, like, soft, like a baby's toy, and it's got, like, muted colors, like a little baby's toy. It's literally the cutest thing ever. And then also a shiny Umbreon, so I'm gonna go put those on the shelf now. Man, we are really running out of space. So the little Evolution shinies are there. Little Raichu's here, and then also, I showed this in my Gamescom video, but we ended up going back and getting them. Don't fall! These are super cool little Pokeballs because they all have a little Pokemon inside of them, and it kind of sits in, if I remember correctly, it's almost like a teacup Pokeball. So I'm gonna open these now and have a look what's inside. Evie thinks that they're toys for her. Baba, these are not for you. These are for shelves, okay? Sorry. No, they're not for you, Baba. And there we go. So what these basically are is the original kind of starting Pokemon set, all in little tiny cups. I saw them at Gamescom and literally just thought they were the cutest thing ever. I love how they've all got their own little pose inside the little teacups, and they're just basically all so cute. So there's a nice little addition to the merch shelf. So Ali is away this weekend. If you looked on his Twitter, he's tweeted something about cars. Sounds super awesome, but it's super secret, so I can't tell you guys. But that leaves me and little Beavis to go and have a weekend together. And we thought we would go and create a super special episode where I'm basically gonna try and evolve as many Pokemon as I can to complete my Pokédex to as much as I can today. So I think I have enough candies to do quite a lot of Pokemon that I haven't yet unlocked for my Pokédex. I think I'm gonna get quite close to the end. There's obviously some regional ones that I can't get. I have got Tauros from Americas, but I would need Farfetch'd, I'd need Kangaskhan. There's just so many that I wouldn't be able to get without trying to geo-hack the game, and I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna do is try and fill it up as much as I can. So I think we're gonna see a lot of evolutions today, and hopefully we're gonna go somewhere where we may even be able to catch a Pokemon that I don't yet have. Please be Dragonite. So guys, let's head in the car and let's go have a Pokemon adventure. We got Evie this super cute little floral harness, which she's gonna wear. People need to realize that she's a girl. And then this is our new sofa. I really like it, it's really cool. Little Oliver on top of his cat perch then. But we've kind of bought it, we rent this place and we've bought it for the next place that we go for more than anything, our like forever home. Which means it doesn't quite fit that well. Evie's got her own little section here where she's got this little soft rug where she sits on. Hello, Baba. Someone's excited for their walkies. And we're gonna pop this little harness on her now. If you watched my last video as well, I got back the Pikachu harness that we lost in Holland Park. So, not the Pikachu harness, the Pikachu bandana. So she's gonna have this on as well. She's gonna look super ready for catching Pokemons. So there we go, she looks pretty sleepy at the moment, but Evie is fully ready to go and catch some Pokemon. There we go. So guys, Beavis and I have just arrived. We're at Dinton Country Park, or County Park I think it's called. My hands have got like black all over them because I needed to change the pressure in my tires. It's been really low for a while, the back one, so I changed that. Little Beavis is here, she's totally ready for a walk. She's been sleeping on the way. But I had so many Pokemon come through on this on the way here. One gripe I have with this is that I find it prioritizes Pokemon over Pokestops, which means if, like me, you start to get low on Pokeballs and you want to hit those Pokestops while you're driving, just like click, 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 you can't do it. It's really annoying because it will go for the Pokemon first. I had 187 balls last week. Since using this, I ran out of Pokeballs completely. And when you run out of Pokeballs, it will flash for a Pokemon, and as soon as you click it, it goes red. So that's how you know. The annoying thing is, even when you have no Pokeballs at all, it will still prioritize Pokemon. So you'll keep getting that red, like, little flash, even when you're passing Pokestops. It's so annoying. But I wanted to check what we'd got on the drive-in. So as you can see, I've updated the new iOS, and this is what we've been getting on the way in. So this, I was clicking it pretty constantly, and we were just getting so many Pokemon. We probably set off about an hour ago because we went to the post office as well, and we've basically just got loads of stuff since then. Some eggs also hatched as well. I just minimized them because obviously I was driving. We just caught a Poliwag as well, but I want to see what those eggs were. So let's go to recent Pokemon. So we can see these are the ones that we've been catching out and about. How can I figure out what the eggs were? That's definitely an egg Pokemon, I would say. In fact, let's go to our journal and see if we can get a little bit more info. Wow, so we hatched 2 Zubats, a Pidgey, 2 Zubats, and 2 Pidgeys. Oh my gosh, guys, a Weeping Bell ran away. Can you believe that? So that Jinx must actually have been caught through the app. A Ghastly ran away. No, I'm looking for high IV Ghastly. That's so annoying. An Eevee ran away. Drowsy ran away good. Don't like Drowsy. I actually cannot believe it caught a Jinx CP799 with 1 Pokeball through the Pokemon Go. Plus, I can't believe that. It's a shame about that Weeping Bell. And that is probably the worst egg look I've ever seen in my whole life. Also, quick little Dratino update. I know it's called Dratini, I like calling it Dratino. We are super close to getting another candy, and look at that. I take Dratini and the Pokemon Go Plus with me when I walk little Beavis there. So I've actually walked nearly 30k with the same Pokemon, which I think is pretty impressive. So hopefully there's going to be some good Pokemon here. Little Beavis, should we go walkies? Are you ready to go walking, Baba? Are you ready to go walking? So I'm really afraid of wasps, and as I was getting into the car from the post office, a wasp came in and started flying around. I got really scared. It flew towards the door and I slammed the door. I thought the wasp had gone outside, but guys, it's been here for like, what, 40 minutes in the car with me? Look at this. I'm gonna do it really quickly because I'm really afraid, and I'm gonna close the door really quickly, but oh, it's there. It's still alive. Oh my, its head is with me. Oh my god! I know this is really cruel, but I didn't mean for the wasp to be there, and I'm so scared of them. Evie, we're gonna get out your side. Promised you guys some evolutions. We found a nice little secluded spot, and I have a few high IV Pokemon that I'm going to evolve right now and see what we get. Little Beavis is just hanging out in front of us. I don't know if you can see her. Yeah, she's just there. She loves going out to places like this. We actually just bumped into another cub, and she loves meeting other cubs. So she's having a whale of a time. So the first evolution today is going to be Jigglypuff, a super cute little Pokemon. But my little guy is more than just cute because his IVs are 95. So we're going to evolve our little Jigglypuff into a Wigglytuff. Let's see what we get. We've got 64 candies, so we can also power this guy up a little bit if we want to as well. There we go, guys, a Wigglytuff. We're going to register him to Pokédex, and we're also going to realise that we forgot to put on a lucky egg. It's fine, we'll do it straight after this. So 1,235. I'm actually going to power him up because he's a 95 IV Pokemon. And we've got a super strong 95 IV Wigglytuff. Unfortunately, his moveset isn't amazing. We've got Pound and we've got Dazzling Gleam. Just 3 short moves. We don't have one big powerful move, but you know what? I'm still really happy with my little Wigglytuff. So, on to the next Pokemon. So, while we were in LA, we caught so many Sandshrews. Unfortunately, I didn't get a super high IV Sandshrew. The highest I got was 78. You don't really get Sandshrews in the UK, so that's probably the best I'm going to get unless I get it from an egg. And I really want a Sandslash because, as I've said before, Sandshrews, if you had Pokemon Red, were always kind of a bit of an exotic Pokemon because you just couldn't get them. So, because I played Red, Sandshrews for me are super exciting Pokemon. So a Sandslash is a pretty awesome little addition to my Pokédex. I think it's also going to be a new Pokemon. And I still didn't put a lucky egg on. Honest to God, what is wrong with me? Why do I forget this? 998 for our new Sandshrew, not super strong. I'm going to power him up so he's just over 1,000. 1,023. Let's check out his moveset. He actually has Earthquake, so if he'd have been higher IVs and a higher CV, he would have been an awesome Pokemon, because Earthquake is a pretty awesome move, but never mind, never mind. So on to the final evolution that we're going to do while we're here. I may do some later on in the walk. In fact, I definitely will do some later on in the walk. Is an Oddish. So my Oddish is CP 640. I've also put its IVs as 88.5. That's because the way that its kind of IVs are aligned at the moment, it's impossible to tell whether it's, I think, 90 or 86 or 84, no, it's right, basically that was somewhere in between. I can't math. So there we go, we've got our Oddish into a Gloom, but you know what? Let's go the whole way. Let's do this 3-step evolution right here, right now, and see what CP we can end up with. So I'm gonna evolve this Gloom into a Vileplume and let's see what we get. So there we go guys, a 1,400 Vileplume to end this little evolution run that we're doing right here. It also has Moonblast, which is a fairy move. It does 85. It seems like a really good move set for this little guy. We have some candies, so I can power it up a little way. Let's see what we can power it up to. So there we go guys, I powered it up all the way. It's 1,505. It's pretty good. We've got a lot more room to power it up further if we catch some more Oddishes, and also as we level up, of course, we'll be able to power it up even more, but for now I'm pretty happy with those Pokemon. As you probably saw, my screen recording died during this evolutions, which is so annoying. I checked the file and it's corrupted. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. But onto some good news. We'll first do a Pokédex check-in. I'm on 117. I reckon I can at least get this up to 120, maybe even more today. So we're definitely going to aim for that. And also, on some better news, our little Dratini just found us a candy. So we're on 30k walk with this little guy. It'd be amazing to get it to 100. But at least Dratini's kind of doing his job, unlike my phone recording. So Dratini's on 70 candy at the moment. This is an 86 Dratini, which is pretty good. If I get a better one in the meantime, I will use that to get my Dragonite instead. But I kind of feel quite attached to this guy. We've done 30k together. I may stick with him if I don't get a better Pokemon. Right, Beavis? Let's finish our walk, beautiful. Evie, what are you doing? Roly. Quite finished. So guys, we've had no luck with Pokemon or with technology here today, but an egg has just appeared and one just popped out before I even got a chance to show you guys. It was only an Onyx though. Maybe, oh, it's a Meowth. It's not the Dratini we were looking for. I don't think it was the right egg, but never mind. At least we got some XP for it. Little Dratino. He's on 31 kilometers walked, which means this little baby's on 31 kilometers walked in the past week too. So guys, we're back home from our walk now. Little Evie BB is passed out at the side of me. Look at that sleepy little face. You had a good walk though, didn't you, Baba? So our first evolutions, we did manage to do them, but obviously we didn't catch them on camera. That's fine, we are gonna get some more evolutions. I promised you guys more, so I'm giving you more. But first, let's see what we caught on the way home, just using the Pokemon Go Plus in the car. I just have it at the side of me and I click it whenever it's there. It's super easy as well because I drive an automatic, so extra bonus. So we managed to catch a Ghastly, which I'm really happy about. But unfortunately, caught Ghastlys don't tend to have the best IVs. Let's have a check. Your Ghastly is not going to make much headway in battle. We also managed to catch 2 little Eevee BVs. I'm always excited to catch an Eevee, and actually that's inspired me to evolve an Eevee for you guys in a moment. So all in all, we caught a Magikarp, we caught a few Drowsies, we caught a really impressive Jinx, and a few little Poliwags as well. So thanks Pokemon Go Plus. So I promised you guys some more evolutions. I want to try and get my Pokédex as powered up as I can do. First of all is this little Diglett. I've got an 88 IV Diglett. However, I was there in Harrogate when Ali evolved his Diglett, and the Dugtrio that he got was such a low CP. So this one was about 246, was it? I don't think we're gonna get like a mind-blowing CP gain from this evolution, but you never know. You do know, Claire, because you've seen it already. Let's see what we get with this little guy. 656. Like, are you joking, Diglett? Never mind, it's another addition to the Pokédex. And speaking of another addition to the Pokédex, I've got 2 Nidorinos here. None of them are amazing, but we don't mind because what we're after is those Pokédex entries. So I'm gonna evolve this Nidorino, which is the Nidorino. There, word vomit. This is the Nidoran male evolution. He will evolve into Nido King. We already have a Nido Queen, and I think she is 90 IVs. So this guy's probably not going to be quite as strong. He was about, what, 6'4", 6'5", or something? Let's see what his multiplier is like. 1,200, he's not so bad. He has Mega Horn, which seems like quite a good move, and Furry Cutter. So there we go, a Nido Queen, another one on the Pokédex. Let's just check in on our Pokédex and see what we're at. So we are at 119. You can see there's still a few holes in those starters yet. There's not many starter nests near where we live, but I can see one there I think we'll be able to fill in. That's an Ekans. We can't get a Raichu yet, I'm afraid. We can't get a Clefable, or maybe we can get a Clefable. Let's check. I don't think we can get a Ninetales yet, but there's a few others that I think we should be able to get today. So, back to the Pokemon. Ekans is one that I said we would be able to get an Arbok. We have a 451 Ekans with IVs of 84. He's not too bad, he's not too bad. Let's see what he looks like as an Arbok though. Obviously, another Team Rocket Pokemon, like our little Meowth that we got in an egg earlier on today. There we go, there's an Arbok. It's a pretty cool looking Pokemon, but it's not really the best Pokemon. Let's see what the multiplier is though. Another Pokemon registered to the Pokédex, so we're on 120 now. And 982, there we go. His moveset's not amazing, he's got Dark Pulse, but it's not the most powerful move. He's also extra small, which is quite cute. So I was right, we're not quite there with a Clefable yet. We're on 37 candies, so we need 13 more before we can get a Clefable. And with Vulpix, we have a 91 IV Vulpix, but we need 8 more candies. If I got an egg, I'm sure that would give me enough, but unfortunately we don't have one. But what we can evolve is a Geodude. So we've got an 84 IV Geodude. His CP is 466, and we have enough candies to evolve him. So let's see what this guy is going to turn into. I'm not sure what the multiplier on this is yet. There we go, so he's a Graveler right now. He's got 4 arms, he's got a few extra arms and 2 extra legs. One thing that I think about this Pokemon is when it turns to a Golem, it looks so different. It goes from being like a rock with eyes to like a turtle with like a rock body. It's really, really weird. But look at that, we've still got 170 candies. This is an 84 Geodude. Let's bring it to that next step. Let's get it all the way to a Golem. So I actually think Ali found a wild Golem while we were in LA. He was out going for a meal. I got really bad jet lag, so at 6 p.m. I went to sleep and I missed out on the wild Golem. But it's fine because look at that, we have our own 84 IV Golem. Another Pokemon for the Pokédex. I think we're on 122. We'll check after this and see what we're on. But there we go guys, a 1,287 Golem. I think this is a Pokemon that's worth powering up a little bit more, because look at that. He has Earthquake, which is a 100 power move, and he's got Rock Throw. I definitely think we're going to power this guy up. Let's see how far we can get him. So there we go guys, he's powered up as far as we can go at this level. He's 1,705. I can't wait to try that guy at the gym because he seems super, super tough. So I said we were going to check in on the Pokédex, not on the shop, on the Pokédex. Let's see where we're at now. 122. Can we do better? Let's see. So for our Abra evolution cycle, we have an 87 Abra, and we also have a Kadabra. But an Alakazam is 100 candies, and you just don't get Abras around here. The only ones I've got really are from eggs, so we can't do Alakazam today. We also have a pretty awesome 944 Weeping Bell, but you need 100 candies to evolve that guy, so unfortunately we can't evolve him today either. But when we can evolve, a bit of a weird Pokemon, it's a Dodo, and he's he has 84 IVs and he has 469 CP. Let's see what we can boost him up to. I cannot remember whether Dodrio, I think it's called Dodrio, has a good multiplier or not. I hope he does. I hope he's at least kind of 1,200, 1,300. He's a mean looking Pokemon. Like, they're kind of based on ostriches. Ostriches run really fast and they're kind of scary. So this definitely is a bit of a freaky looking Pokemon. And all the little faces are different. Oh, it's not the best multiplier. 1020. And his moveset is not good. That would be bad on like a Pidgeot, but we've got it under Drio, which is kind of annoying. But never mind, at least it's another addition to our Pokédex. So I have 4 Executes. Unfortunately, none of them are amazing in terms of IVs. But you know what? With Execute, it's all about getting a Solar Beam. So let's evolve this guy. He's my highest CP one, so he's 677. And what we're hoping for is basically Solar Beam as our moveset. I've had Flareon fighting against this guy and he's still been wiped out by a Solar Beam. So it's a super strong move. And we didn't get it! We didn't get it, guys! We got Seed Bomb! We are gonna have to gather up all those candies again and try with another Execute. So, unfortunately, we didn't get the Execute that we wanted. We did get a 1861 though, so he's strong. He just has a crappy moveset. But you know what? We've got 19 candies. I'm not gonna power him up. I'm gonna save that for the next one. So, again, LA Pokemon. LA Pokemon are still the one. We've got a CP 631 and an 88 IV Rhyhorn here. That we're gonna evolve into what I think is our first ever Rhydon. I don't believe we've ever caught one of those before. So it's another addition to the Pokédex. Our Pokédex is gonna be looking pretty strong after this. Obviously you can't get the legendary, so you can't get any of the legendary birds. You can't get Ditto, you can't get Mew, you can't get Mewtwo. So there are a few holes in the Pokédex. You can't get 150 yet, but we'll try and get as close as we can. So there we go, a 1012 Rhydon. He has Stone Edge, which is a pretty cool move. At least it's one big strong move. And let's check in on our Pokédex, guys. So after that little rush of evolutions, we're now at 125. We are tearing through this Pokédex. I don't know if we've got anything else, but let's just check. So it's our final evolution for Pokédex games today. I promised you an Eevee one, and I will do that after. I've got a Kabuto that I also got in LA. Like, everything's in LA. He's CP 521. I'm not sure what the multiplier on this is like, but he's a weird looking Pokemon. Whenever I've seen him out and about, he just looks like he's meant to, well, obviously he's based on the games. He's meant to have a very prehistoric sort of look. He is one of like the OP Pokemon because he's kind of based on real animals that also have that really freaky old school look. So we've got a Kabutops there. He has Stone Edge again, the same as our Rhyhorn, and he's 1014. So there we go. Let's have a look at our Pokédex at the end of that. Keep trying to look in the shop. We now have 126 Pokemon. Once my Dratini has got enough candies, I'm going to be swapping my Pokemon to a Pikachu because I want to walk that 10k and get him on my shoulder, and because I also really want a Raichu. I've got the little plushie upstairs, but I don't have a Raichu yet. So I promised you guys an evolution. Here is my Eevee squad at the moment. I have a lot of Eevees. We are obviously hoping for that Vaporeon, so I'm gonna pick 91. 91 is one of my best Eevees. Let's click that button. Let's see what we get. I've sat with Ali and watched him get like Jolteons and Flareons. Vaporeon just wasn't there at all. I'm hoping for better luck. I've had bad luck today so far, but are you kidding? Are you kidding? First of all, my phone doesn't record the screen. Then I evolve a 91 IV Eevee and I get a Jolteon. Are you kidding? Well, guys, it's a bit of a sad way to end the episode, but hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing loads of evolutions here. We are so close to completing what we can of the Pokédex. If you take away regional exclusives and if you take away legendaries, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have an Eevee, please evolve it right now and tell me if you have better luck than Ali and I do. Tell me if you get a Vaporeon. But for now, Eevee Little BV is definitely sound asleep, and we shall see you guys in the next episode. Bye!